Hello there and welcome. I want to talk about something right now that a lot of people don't understand. And because they don't understand it, they miss out on all the good in life. It's about motivation. A lot of people refer to me as a motivation speaker. I never think of myself that way. I think more of myself as a teacher, an educator, helping people understand how their mind functions and how to improve the quality of their life. Why would we have to get someone to motivate us? Well, I guess we do because we don't motivate ourselves. How do you motivate yourself? You motivate yourself by having an idea that is lodged in your mind, that you're emotionally involved in, that you want to do, that you want to accomplish, that you want to get, that you have never done before. If you lack motivation, you lack life. See, motivation is that mental state that gets you up and gets you going. You become motivated. I am a motivated person. No one has to wind my stem. I get it going myself the minute I open my eyes because I've got so many things to do. I don't have time just to sit around and play games. I have never got into a puzzle on my phone in my life. I don't play games on my phone. I don't want to play games with life. I want to turn life into something that is really rich and rewarding. And if you're going to do that, you've got to be motivated. Well, you'll be motivated when you make up your mind that you are going to build an idea and then you're going to execute that idea. You're going to get the idea in your mind and you say, I'm going to do this. Now, I'm going to let you in on a secret. If this idea is designed to help somebody else improve the quality of their life, you'll get double good out of it. Because when you help them, you've helped yourself. Get motivated. Build a big picture in your mind and say, I am going to do this. Come hell or high water, I am going to do this. And turn it into fun. And bang! Every day when you get up, you move right into action on it. When you see somebody dragging themselves around, they lack motivation. Do you know what they really lack? It's a big idea. Van Gogh was asked how he did such beautiful work. He said, I dream my painting, and then I paint my dream. Van Gogh was motivated. Get a big idea. Go execute it.
Right on. Yeah. Bob Proctor. It's kind of sad that he's no longer with us.
That's what I needed to learn how to motivate.
Yeah. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, Bob's always got great things to say. Yeah, and that makes sense, right? What are you saying? You got to have an idea and you got to go for it. And a big idea, and be motivated about it, you know. Turn it into fun. I like how he said that. It's awesome. Have an idea that you want to accomplish and you have never done before. Make up your mind you're going to do it, and then you know, helping someone else improve their lives. It's a good point too. If you're helping someone else help improve their lives, then it's even more motivating for you to go out there and do it. And I was reading something yesterday actually that said if you're not doing it for someone else rather than yourself, it's a lot more difficult. So, you know, so helping other people achieve health or financial, you know, generating an income are both good things. So. Cool. Yeah, you're definitely not off mute. But Bob, you know, Bob's had, you know, some great. That's all he spent his whole life doing is helping other people. With and he's a pioneer behind it all. You know, one of the pioneers about. You know, everyone calls him a motivational speaker, trying to motivate others, but he's really teaching teaching everyone how to do it. That's good. And, you know, he also talks about the book Think and Grow Rich all the time. That's really that's really started his path, reading that book. And then he said he's read it so many multiple times, right? Over and over again, the same book. And so that's all he's done really, is taken that book and expanded on it and help people with it, help people with the training behind it, you know. And really the Think and Grow Rich, you know, was written, what, 100 years ago, something like that. And it's the same principles today. Unbelievable. So whatever you can create in your mind, you can create in reality. And everything created in reality by man has to have been created in your thoughts first. And
was the same person who wrote Think and Grow It, Rich Dad, Poor Dad?
No, that's Robert Kiyosaki. And Robert Kiyosaki wrote that book about his two dads. His dad was a school principal and he had a job. And his other dad, which was his friend's dad that he grew up with, was an entrepreneur. So we learned from both people, rich dad, poor dad. So his friend's dad was very successful and very wealthy. And his other dad struggled for making money. So he learned a lot about that in the beginning. Have you ever played the game Cash Flow? Robert Kiyosaki? Anyone? It's amazing. We used to play it all the time. So it's just like a Monopoly game. And there's the rat race on the outside of the board and the inner circle on the inside of the board. And it's great just to get somebody to get the game, and then you can get together as a group and play it regularly, because every time you play it, you get better and you learn something. But the whole game is at the beginning of the game, you roll the dice or whatever, or you pick a card and you get a occupation. Either you're a doctor or you're a school teacher or whatever. And you start with an income and you start with expenses and all that stuff. And the whole game, it really doesn't matter what occupation you start with. You could be, you know, at the bottom of the low end of the scale, just making a minimal amount of income. And you just move into the inner circle by getting assets that are income generating assets. And it's very awesome, this game. I haven't played it for a while, but that's Robert Kiyosaki, the cash flow game. But Think and Grow Rich is Napoleon Hill.
Right.
And yeah, Napoleon Hill basically said that whatever you can hold in your mind, you can create. Whatever thoughts you can hold in your mind. And he brings up the Van Gogh quote, which is right. He's quoted for saying that, you know, how do you paint such beautiful paintings? He says, you know, I dream my painting and then paint my dream.
Right.
Yeah. And I think it's the other artist who's the one that painted the ceiling of the 16th chapel. That's what's his name? But anyway, he's quoted as saying, you know, however many years it took him to paint that, everyone would ask him, when's it going to be finished? And he'd always say, well, it is finished. It's already finished. He just has to transfer it from his thoughts onto the ceiling. And so he knew how long that was going to take. So that's cool. Yeah, so that's I think it's important to kind of keep up with different types of reading, different subjects, and all based around mindset. I think it's important too. And Bob Proctor was a genius at that. So, yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
it's Monday.
Yeah, Monday, everybody seems a bit slow. Had the day off Sunday, went to the beach. was great. Saw whales. There's 3 whales jumping all day.
I sat right in my living room, watched the snow.
A mom and 2 babies jumping out of the water.
Nice.
Yeah. And yeah, and then I have some friends here. We went and watched them do fire spinning on the beach. That was really cool. Yeah. So yeah, it's a bit slow getting going today. Another week. What week are we in now?
Too far along.
Yeah, too far along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is week 6.
Too far along to not have results, I'll tell you that.
But we
Right.
plan on speeds.
I need to put in more effort myself. I know that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Just
was
not trying hard enough.
Yeah,
Keep
that
getting
was my
myself distracted.
Yeah, and do you find you're sitting down specific times to do the work, or that's the hardest part? Is trying to make the time to sit down and actually do it. I'm having a little bit of that problem with all the other distractions, but I'm gonna just get back up at it and start focusing again this week, because I still feel it's important. And just got to keep moving forward with it. I talked to some good people last week and just need to follow up. My challenge has always been following up. It's not talking to people, it's not generating leads, it's not any of those things. It's just following up with somebody after they've already said they're interested. So that's
Yeah.
that's interesting. Interesting concept. Because we always think that getting more leads is going to be a bigger thing. I don't think to me anyway, I don't think getting leads is that difficult. And leads, new people to talk to. I guess that's lead sounds so official, but it's just new people to talk to. New people to talk to all the time. And then we were talking. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I finally had a follow up yesterday, but couldn't get the guy to pull the trigger. So,
Right.
what do you do? Somebody says, they say no, they say no. They just don't see it. Not the business sense. This guy was more as a user. And I got another person that says, well, I've got to check into this more. Okay.
Yeah.
Only so much to check into.
Yeah.
And that basically is a no.
Right. And then, maybe not. Maybe it's just a little bit of a follow-up as far as sending them more information. And because you got to think back to when we were at the beginning too, like before we knew what we know, you need the confidence that it really works, and I think, offering this money back in 90 days, try it. And that's kind of a no-brainer. Like, people should go for it. And just try it, especially if you got something specific that you want to try to fix, health issue.
Right.
At least try
I
it.
remember when Mark first told me about the business, what turned me off just instantly was that it was binary.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just because of things I had already read about on the internet from other people. And I'm like, I didn't really understand it. To me, it doesn't matter whether it's binary or the other way. It's still recruiting people. Doesn't matter how they're placed, it's still recruiting people.
Right. Right.
So,
and for me, if I look at thinking back, the reason why I jumped on board is because if Mark's jumping on board, I know that something's going on, right? I just for $25 just come in, there's no, and so that's a good thing to look at. It's it's this momentum that he's going somewhere, with the list of people on the board, and these people are coming in, get in now before you miss out. And that's what his focus was. So for me, I when I got in, or like maybe everyone, I had no idea what the product is like until I tried it. and then getting results from the product almost immediately, like within a few
Yeah.
weeks. That's, you know, that's kind of a bonus because I was in anyway. Right. And then, so yeah, in because of that momentum, and that's why momentum is so important, I think. Yeah, and you're right, Tamara. It's a binary, it's whatever structure, and you know, they all work in a different way.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and the nice thing about a binary is it's a lot simpler. Yeah. Just to you know, build two sides instead of 5 sides or 6 sides or 4 or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's just following the system that we have together already, right? We just know what to do. We just got to get out there and keep doing it. And that's just what just got to follow what we're doing. We don't need to change anything. Yeah. And it was a good.
I tapped in with meeting that in your market. Hi, Don.
When is
You're
it opening
muted.
up?
I want to say next month, but there's already, so from what I understand, they already have offices opening. They're having some meetings. They're going to have daily meetings. They're having a distribution. And so all of these things are in their final processes of, you know, officialness or whatever. But there are, you know, some leaders that are already over there, you know, trying to get the word out. So it's a great opportunity for all of us to start to tap in if we can. And even if that just means like, you know, sharing the bilingual meetings that they have, if we see one that's in Thai, definitely tapping into the Global Leaders network on Telegram, because they are heavily focusing on that expansion. He said in Thailand and in Spain right now, Spain is a big market. And so I know that we're still working on like how to share, period, and get, you know, that attraction for people that are really seriously interested in the opportunity in the business, not any tire kickers. But I don't think we should rule out the opportunity of tapping into a brand new market, because, you know, you just need 1 or 2 people that are excited to join your team. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys.
And which places are they adding? I missed what you said at the beginning. I got cut off.
Oh, Thailand is getting ready to open. And that's
And
a big
Spain?
market. Yeah, and Spain is already open, but I forget the guy's name. I don't think I wrote it down, but he said that Spain is a big market right now. Thailand is definitely, and they're expecting, SPD Michael S. Curso was there. And they were saying that they expect Thai opening to be bigger than Malaysia was, and Malaysia was huge apparently. So
Holy cow.
yeah.
I think Thailand was that big.
You know, I don't know anything about the population. I just know if the leaders are saying they think it's worth it to put all their energy and focus on it, and that's what they're doing. Us forward thinkers usually like to follow the leader. So, so I just wanted to share that with you guys, because it is brand new.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Well, if you spoke Thai, it'd make it a little easier.
Yeah,
Or, you know, you get somebody on Fiverr to throw up a couple things in Thai for you.
that's
and
what I
then
was
just
going to say.
target
Or get someone where you live that's from Thailand.
That's what they were saying. Actually, they were like, yeah, you just go to your local Thai restaurant. You guys, come on. He was like, no, seriously. He was like, why don't you having Thai for like the next couple weeks? Just go hit every Thai restaurant and say, hey, by the way, are you from Thailand? Pretend like you don't know, because you want to honor people. And then, you know.
Or do you know anyone in Thailand? Or
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's
and I love Thai food, so I'm all over that.
Yeah, me too. Wow. Oh, well, that's cool. And
Yeah.
Did you follow up at all with what the calls are from LifeWave during the week? We were saying there's a business call once a week.
I think it's once every other week. There's like one
Yeah.
week is the business call, and then the next one will be a product call.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And I
so
think they're
every-
always on, is it Wednesdays, you guys?
Wednesdays.
Okay.
Yeah. And then so they'll do it twice a day. They'll do one earlier in the morning. It's about 9 a.m. my time. I don't know what time that is for all you guys, but it's about 9 a.m. my time. And then they'll do it again like about 6 p.m. And that's because they do some languages translated in the morning and then some other languages translated in the evening.
Right.
Usually Spanish is in the evening.
Okay. And the same call? They just
Yeah.
duplicate?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to. And where do you find those, on the Telegram?
No, the LifeWave, those are the business builder.
Oh,
Yeah, but they're always, I want to say they're always announced in the business builder Facebook group for LifeWave.
Okay.
And then the global leaders and that calendar, those are separate. They're not, I don't think they're corporate calls. I think they're just a team call, but they have so many people, so many leaders that tap in. Like I said, David Schmidt has been on one of the calls, Todd Falcone was on a call. So I think it's open to the global community. It's just not like an official LifeWave sponsored, Telegram channel. But they definitely bring all the LifeWave value with the patches and the doctors and the, leaders sharing and all that.
Yeah.
what calendar are you in with the LifeWave? Because I don't see that meeting about Thailand in Telegram.
The Telegram meeting was under the LifeWave Global Leaders Telegram channel. That sun looks so pretty, Tamara. Oh, too bad you turned off your
glaring.
camera. I bet, yeah, it was glaring, but it was beautiful. And then the calendar one, it used to say like LifeWave calendar, but now it just says calendar. So I might have to try to invite you to that one so that it's easier to find.
I'm on both of them. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So like an hour ago, let's see what the global leaders are doing today.
Looks like the same stuff on both of them.
It might be, I don't know. So Monday morning, there's a 30-minute product chat at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 Eastern, 4 p.m. for the UK. So if you have customers, maybe that would be a good one to tap into. But I think we should always attend first to get an idea of what they talk about and how they do it before we invite people to join us on it.
Yeah, that's what
So
I
at
wanted.
least go to one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you saw that on the Facebook page?
No, this is from the global leaders. I'll send it to you, Don.
Okay.
Are you on Telegram?
I am.
Not yet. You are? Okay. Let's see if I can send this to you right now.
Yeah, the product chat is on right now on Telegram.
Is it right now? See, I don't know. I have to go and like Google the time zone difference thing. I just can't keep it straight.
Pacific time, if that helps.
Yeah, and then you guys, they are 2 hours ahead of me right now, I think, and then in sometime you guys are going to change your clocks again. And
in spring, yeah, spring forward.
Yeah. See, I can't remember all that. I just don't want to. I'm spoiled. I don't have to do anything with my clocks. I just wake up every day. It's the same time every morning, 3 o'clock.
All
No
right.
matter what
Oh,
time.
you never change your clocks? Why?
No.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing.
Yeah. Too much effort. Time zones, clocks changing.
Yeah.
But
And then it's even crazier in Mexico because we don't change here on the same time everybody else does in the US. So for like a month, we're like out of sync.
Yeah.
Because what happened was that the US decided to change the date where the clocks change twice a year, and then Mexico said, "No, we're not changing it."
too much
Who
effort.
had that bright idea?
So now it's really confusing because if you're used to being 2 hours difference, whatever, now Now it's only 1 hour difference, and you go and miss meetings unless you're in sync with it. Anyway, yeah, they should just all abolish that whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So on the Nova, I don't know if we're ever gonna like have a full day where we're just talking about Nova, but
You should.
I was re-listening to the Nova, telecast, and I was gonna say that one of my problems is the transition. I think Don, we had talked about it, is the transition when a person shows interest, and then you can kind of share them a little bit, and then there's that transition into do you want to buy it? And so for me, I feel like I've screwed up that transition several times in the past few days, because I've gotten a lot of energy from my swimmers post about would you like to know how these swimmers did that? And so I've gotten people to DM me, and they're like, hey, I want to know, how did that happen? And I've been good to like get to like not having to say the product, not saying the company name, just saying like the product name once they've answered. But then there's this part where I obviously am lacking in confidence to say, so let me give you some information to take a look at, and then you get back to me. Like something in that transition, I'm still like blocked up. And so I was listening to the Nova conference, and I really and I know we hear it all the time, but like until I hear the one, I guess, that works best for me, or I say it, it just keeps like being a block. But I really like how the couple sharing, they said, let me give you some info, take a look. If you like what you see, I'll tell you how to get it at wholesale price. And I just thought that's a really smooth and easy, transition after, like, let me tell you what happened to me. They're like, wow, that's so great. How, and I'm like, great, though, let me give you some info. Like that part right there is where I kind of fell apart. And I was like, it was great. Like, do you want to link? Like, it just starts to get real messy for me. And part of it is because I don't want to sound scripted, and I don't want to like come off as like, now this is the part where I offer you this thing in this really like, computeristic way. I want to be able to like, okay, so if you liked what happened to me, let me give you some more info and you can take a look at it. So I really like that. I just wanted to share that. I got that from the Nova conference. Let me give you some info, take a look. If you like what you see, I'll tell you how to get it at wholesale price. Because even as preferred customers, they're getting it at a wholesale price. So whether they join the team or they get a preferred customer, either way, they're getting the wholesale price. So it's worth it to like offer that. So that is my intention for this week, is to say that statement 10 times a day. Just to say that statement 10 times a day. That is
That's a lot. Okay.
Yeah. Well, my son reminded me, which I love. I've been having my kids read The Strangest Secret, As a Man Thinketh, and The Secret of Getting Rich. And so we've been reading those audiobooks a couple times over. And yesterday we're driving home, and my son has like from Boy Scouts, and he has this epiphany, like, if I want to be great at this, then I just got to do what I got to do. He goes, and he's talking about basketball. And then he goes, and I guess it's the same in business. If you want to be great at sales, then if you want to be great in business, he said, then you're gonna have to like network and like make those connections and like offer your stuff. And I was just like, did I just get schooled again by my kid? Like, I know that. I know that, but now in my brain, it's translating into, if he understands that and I'm not getting results, then he's gonna think that I'm not doing the thing, because he understands that the thing is what you do to get the results. And if mom's not getting it, she's not doing it. So now it's like, freaking A, damn it. Thank you, Lord, for my kids.
Just like basketball, it's about practice also, right?
Yeah.
You got to keep practicing what you're doing. And if not, then one day you get good at it. And then it's nothing. And then you move on to something else you need to learn and get good at that. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And I like
we gotta just do it. So 10 times ask that question.
Yeah.
And
I
get
also
comfortable.
I also like the statement, if I send you some info, will you take a look at it? right? If I share with you how it works, will you take a look at it? Those two things. And then like, because then you're getting them a commitment. Like, you're not going to share it with them unless they agree that they're going to take a look at it. And maybe they won't take a look at it, but they've agreed to take a look at it. It's not like I'll send you info and don't ask them if they want to take a look at it, and then they never take a look at it. And people, even though they have an intention to look at it, they don't. They get busy, they don't look at it, and then you got to follow up. So the easiest way to follow up is, hey, you said you take a look at it by Thursday. Are you still going to take a look at it? You know, just follow up that way. Whereas if you don't
Then they
get
say,
that
no,
commitment-
screw you, get lost, never talk to me again.
yeah, well, then they
Then
say,
you
well,
can check them off.
yeah, exactly. But because what I found, and what many people have found, is that if you don't get that commitment for them to take a look at it, then, and they're agreeing that, they're saying that, not you. They say that they're going to take a look at it.
Right.
Yeah. So
I would
yeah, just
really
getting the
like
whole
the,
process down.
I would love it to have that happen at the same time. Like I think somebody had said, I think Tamara had said it before, like if we're in the chat, do you have a couple minutes to look at this? I mean, some of those teaser videos are really like 1 or 2 minutes long. Like,
Yeah.
you have a minute or two to check this out. Like, tell me what you think. I'll be here waiting. Like, do it now. Because, you know, honestly, like, I kind of want people that are wanting to do it now. I don't really want people that like, okay, give me a few days. Because I know what a few days is. A few days is time to get distracted and discouraged. I need you to make a decision now. I want decision makers, people who make decisions now on my team, because right now we're trying really hard to build. So I need to make decisions now, and I want to bring people in that make decisions now, not in 5 or 6 days, weeks, months, years.
Yeah, the statement I mainly use is, I'm happy to share the information with you if you find this interesting or that it could help you. And then they ask me, say, yes, I would like the information, and then I send it to them.
That's good too.
Yeah.
Now.
Now, not later, now.
Now,
Right now,
right? This job is not your candy from the 90s, okay? It's not a now and later. It's a right now, right now. Tony Robbins said, when would now be a good time?
Yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for another great meeting, Don. I know we have less than a
Awesome.
minute.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll share this with everyone. And yeah, my goals this week too are the same. I'm gonna practice that, you know, converting people that have already expressed.
Well, the meetings do help, because now I'm awake and now I'm my
Yeah,
mind's going a
yeah,
little
me
bit.
too.
yeah, ideas are rolling.
Monday's always just needs a little kickstart.
You guys have a great day.
You
Okay,
too.
awesome, guys.
Aloha.
Bye, Jan.
Bye, Jan. Bye, Mark.
Yeah.
Bye,
Congratulations.
Okay.
Bye.
See you later.